Okay, part 2 of arithmetic sequences. We want arithmetic means. What do they mean by means? That's just a form of an average. Okay, so if I'm looking for the average between 10 and 20, I add them, divide it by 2, 30 divided by 2, we know that's 15. That's all they mean, okay? Just some numbers in between these other numbers. I want 3 means between -4, 1, 2, 3, and 8. Okay? So this is a sequence. That's what they're saying when we want 3 means between these two numbers. What are these 3 numbers? Well, what do I know? This is T1, that's T2, that's T3, that's T4, that's T5. Here's my formula. Let's put the D in front. Okay, what do I know? Well, A is -4. Do I know D? Well, I might be able to figure it out given enough time, but that's not the point here. We want to find D. Okay, but what else do I know? Well, I know the 5th term is 8, and that tells me that's what n is, right? If t to the n is 8, then n is 5. T to the 5 is 8. Okay, there's a little n down here. This says n is 5. So I know A, check. I know n, check. I know t to the n, check. I can solve this thing for D. Okay, so make some substitutions. I know T5 is 8. I know A is -4. Plus, I don't know D, but N is 5. Okay? 8 is -4 plus D times 4. Solve this thing for D. Once we know D, we'll be able to figure out what these arithmetic means are. Add 4, and 12 is D times 4. 4 times what is 12? It's 3. Right? Okay. There's D, but I wasn't asked to find D. Can we find out what T2 is? -4 plus 3 is -1. -1 plus 3 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. And we see 5 plus 3 is 8. So it works. Okay? Oh, look at this fun stuff. X's. That's a sequence. It's telling us it's a sequence. And it's an arithmetic sequence, because that's the chapter we're in. Okay? So, solving sequence problems when both A and D are unknown. I don't know what A is as far as a number goes. It's x plus 2, but as a number, I don't know what it is. Okay? D, well, that's kind of hard to see what D is. But remember, with any sequence, okay, I see here D's 2. You can see what you need to add to 2 to get 4. But what if you can't see it? What if it's something a little more confusing? Well, use this rule. 4 minus 2 is 2, right? So take a term, subtract the previous one, that's what D is going to be. 6 minus 4 is D. It's 2. Same principle. D is this term subtract the previous term. That's D. And D is also this term subtract the previous term. Right? That's our definition of what the common difference is. What I need add to this to give me the second term. Okay? is the same thing I need to add to the second term to give me the third term. If you see what it is, great, you just figure it out. And if you don't, then you subtract. Okay? So, because these are both equal to D, can't I just say that this is D equals this D? Yes, I can, is the answer. Okay, let's get rid of these brackets. Let's expand this, simplify it, work it down. Let's see what happens. Okay, I don't need these brackets. They don't do anything. But these ones, if you don't have them, of course you will get the wrong answer. Right? Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Is 2x plus 1 minus 3x. Negative times a negative is positive 1. Okay? 3x minus an x is 2x. Negative 1, negative 2, minus 3 is 2x minus 3x is minus x. 1 and 1 is 2. Okay, let's put the x's on the left because I want them to be positive. Let's add x to both sides, 3x. And because I got x's on the left, let's put the numbers on the right. Let's add 3 there. So 3x, that's gone, equals, that's gone, 5. Finally, 3 divided by 3, x is 5/3. Okay, that's what x is. Determine the value of x. Check. Part B, determine the numerical values of the 3 terms. Like I said, this is the first term, but numerically we don't know what it is until we find out what x is. Now I know the first term is 5/3 plus 2. What's that as a number? That's 5/3 plus, when I add fractions, you need a common denominator. 1 goes into 3 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6/3. Okay? 2 over 1, that's the same as 6/3. 5/3 and 6/3 is 11/3. That's the first term. Okay? What's the second term? That's 3 times x. Okay, that one looks a little nicer. What's 5/3 times 3? 5 times 3 is 15. Over 3 is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. Or, what's 3 divided by 3? It's gone. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, let me get rid of that. Third term is 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 is 10/3 plus 1. 1 is 3/3. What's 10/3 and 3/3? 13/3. Okay? So, take a little shortcut there. Alright, that's the 3 terms. 11/3, 4, 13/3. Not a real pretty sequence, but it is an arithmetic sequence nonetheless. Okay? 2 different ways to solve the next question. We can use a system of linear equations, and we can use arithmetic means. There's 2 ways to do this question. We're going to do it 2 ways. Okay, first let's use arithmetic means. What do I know? I know the third term is 12. That's what this says, okay? The 8th term is minus 18. Respectively means the first one goes with the first one and the second one goes with the second one. Alright? So, this is arithmetic means. Means. Put these lines in. That's the first term. That's the second term. I know the third term. Okay? That's 12. I don't know the 4th. I don't know the 5th. The 6th. Don't know. 7th. 8th is minus 18. Okay? That's it. That's all I got. What do I want to know? I want to know the 5th term. So, I want to know this guy. Okay, what is that? Well, this is the first term. Okay, this sequence goes up or down by a common difference. I'm either adding, well, I am adding something to it. Whether it's positive or negative, I'm not sure. But I know D is a constant. So from here to here, it's the same sequence as it is from here to here. So how about I just make a little trick and say, you know what? Why don't I call this the first one? Then that'll be the second. That'll be the third, fourth, fifth. That'll be the sixth term. Because it's the same sequence. Doesn't matter where I start. It's going to go up by the same common difference. Or down in this case. Okay? So why would I do that? Well, now I know what A is. Okay? When I'm looking at my formula, okay, if I find out what D is, I can find out what this number is. That's my goal here. What's D? I have to know everything else. Okay, I've got A. How can I get that? Well, I know T to the 6 is minus 18, right? And then if I know T6, I know N. That's 6, right? T to the N, T6, N is 6. So let's make substitutions. This is minus 18. A is 12. D is what I'm trying to find out. N is 6. 6 minus 1, let's just save a little bit of room here, is 5. Okay, one equation, one variable, I can solve this. Subtract 12 to both sides. Okay, minus 30 is 5D. Looks like D has to be negative 6. Okay. With that, are we able to tell what this term is? D goes down by 6. Okay, I knew that because it was positive and it ends up negative. It's got to be going down. What's 12 minus 6? It's 6. What's 6 minus 6? This is what I'm trying to find out. That term is 0. Okay? That's the answer. That's what they want to know. T5 is 0. It's not a bad idea to check and see if this thing will work. Okay? 0 minus 6 is minus 6. Minus 6, minus 12. Minus 6, minus 18. Okay. Looks like it works out fine. Must have done the right thing. Okay? Part B. What's the first term? And what's the common difference? Well, I already found that. The first term, this goes down by 6, so if I go in the other direction, I have to go up by 6. 12 and 6 is 18. Up by 6. First term must be 24. Alright? So once you have D, I mean, we can figure out anything we want. Hopefully they're not asking for the 94th term. We probably want to use our formula there with that. Okay? So that's one way to do it, arithmetic means. Is there another way to do the same question? Yes, there is. A system of linear equations, which we did in grade 10, right at the end. Some people didn't like it very much, but it's part of the curriculum. This is why we taught it, so you can use it in grade 11 if you want. Okay, so the third term again is 12. T3 is 12. Okay, here's my formula just so we can visualize. Let's put D out front. Alright, what do I know? That's T3. What does that mean? N is 3. Do I know A? No, I don't. Do I know D? No. But N is 3, right? Because this is T3. So I'll just write it out like that. Can I make it a little bit nicer? Yeah. Okay, 12 is A plus D times 2. I can't solve this for A or D because I have two variables. Okay, I only have one equation. Can't be done. But can I get another equation? Can I get a system? In this case, my system is only two equations. If I have two equations, I can solve this, right? Okay, with two variables, I need two equations. Well, look at the other information I'm given. T8, the eighth term, is minus 18. Don't know A. I don't know D. Okay, I know N is 8. Let's clean this one up. Minus 18 is A plus D times 7. Okay, here's my system of equations. I can solve this. What do I want to do? I only want one variable and one equation. Okay? I need to get rid of one of these variables. So if we recall from last year, I could get rid of these d's, okay, by adding or subtracting these equations, but I'm going to have, there's 2 d's, there's 7 d's. If I add them, I have 9 d's. I don't have, they're still there. I haven't gotten rid of my d's. Okay, if I subtract these, I'm going to have 5 or negative 5 d's. I could multiply this equation by what? 7. I could multiply this equation by 2. I would have 14 d's here. I would have 14 d's there. If I subtract them, d's would be gone. And a lot of you guys are thinking, why on earth is he doing that? All he needs to do is subtract them and get rid of the a's. Yes. Okay, that's the easiest way to do this. Take this, subtract it from that equation, and what happens? I get rid of one of my variables. Okay, because A, take away A, is gone. Make sure you put brackets here. You have to subtract the whole equation, not just the first number. Okay, 12 take away negative 18 is positive 30. A take away A, it's gone. Good, that's what I wanted. 2D take away 7D is minus 5D. And once again, D is negative 6. Okay? From that, I can find T5, right? Okay, A, well, I don't know what A is, do I? But I could find A, because now that I know D, D is minus 6 times 2. What's A? That's minus 12. So to get rid of it, I'm going to add 12 to both sides. And A is 24. Okay? Let's just put that in there now. T5 is A plus D minus 6 times N minus 1. N is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay? 24. Take away 24. Just like before, T5 is 0. Okay? Which way do you like better? System of equations or arithmetic means? This will be on our quiz. A couple days. You can choose which way you want to do it. Alright? Today's assignment will be 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, and 19.